Hey, everybody, and we are live. It's good to see you. We are joined by Chris and by Derek. I hope you guys are doing well. Everything going well. Yes. Okay. So tonight, the discussion is just going to be Q&A evening. So it's probably just going to be a chill chat and wait for people to come in and, ask anybody on the panel whatever they want to ask. I'm sure a lot of people have questions for Chris, for instance, based on the ether. I don't know, Derek, maybe they got questions for you based on something as well, or whatever. But yeah, anybody can come and ask anything they want to, as long as it's in reason, I guess. And yeah, it's good to see you guys. Hope you guys are doing well. So what's news on that side for you guys, Derek and Chris?
Well, we got a bit of snow here last night. I'm going to have to shovel a bit here after the stream, so that'll be fun. Not major news. So. Oh yeah.
No major news here.
Too. Go ahead. Sorry.
Oh no, I'm sorry to interrupt. Yeah, no, just no major news here on my end either. It's cooling down a little bit, but still today is a nice day. It's blue skies. I always love that.
That's good. I just want to tell everybody, thank you for everybody who's donated to the GoFundMe. Yeah, we're at £650 so far. That's insane. Thank you for everybody who has supported. Just an update, we have started working on the car today. We came quite far. We should hopefully be finished tomorrow. And so all I just need to pay now is the labor for the mechanic, obviously. And that's about it. So hopefully tomorrow I can stop the GoFundMe. So I just want to say thank you for everybody that has supported. I appreciate you all. You guys rock. Thank you very much again for all your support. It's because you guys I'm able to fix the car. So thank you guys.
And I agree with that. Like, thank you, everyone. Like I just got done telling Keith and Chris, it's like I myself would help, but I am $145 in debt. I can't right now. But thank you on behalf of those who do help. Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah, I'm going to show you. Huge shout out to PJ who's just popped in, and Vicky. They sent a PayPal this morning and stuff as well. So thank you very much, guys. Really appreciate it. It helped me get the RAS parts I needed today. So it really helped. Thank you.
Bless you, brother.
Really appreciate it, man. Yeah. So tomorrow we should be finished with the car. So yeah, then it's just to pay obviously the guys for working on the car, his labor. That's about it.
Cool.
So we can probably end the GoFundMe very soon. So again, thank you very much, guys.
Cool.
Appreciate everybody who has supported. Glenn Sells has put up the first question. He says, I have a question for you, Keith. Why do you allow glow plots to get away with describing observations as though we see in single point perspective? I have actually called them out many times on that, Glenn. The problem is a lot of them don't have the understanding of what perspective is, let alone what 2-point perspective or 1-point perspective is, to let alone. So I think I first gauge on can they understand what it is before I call them out on it. For instance, McToon I've called out on it many times because he does at least understand what it is. He's just very dishonest. But then you get people like Sean Hawkins who has absolutely no clue what it is. It doesn't actually help talking to him about 2-point perspective because he's not going to get it in a 3-dimensional way. That's about it. But yeah, anyway, tonight is Q&A evening, so anybody can ask anything to anybody on the panel. Yeah, hopefully we're all just going to have a chill chat. Hey, Roger.
Hey, Flats, how's it going?
Good. Emma asked what. Emma is asking what is 1 and 2-point perspective. Well, actually, 2-point and 1-point perspective is an art-based term based on convergence zones. So if you have, for instance, a 3-dimensional block in the distance, your convergence point of where you are focusing on would be a perspective point. If you have 2-point of perspective, it's giving 2 points of focus. If I had to explain it.
Two vanishing points, basically, isn't it? 2 vanishing points.
Yeah, look, you still have one specific vanishing point,
Yeah.
conversion zone,
Yeah.
but you give two focus points.
Yeah.
If I can explain it very simple.
Well, yeah, from what I understand, to get angular size, you got to do 3 points on the object at distance. That's right, isn't it?
Have you noticed that whenever the sun sets and it hits that vanishing point, disappears, you can zoom back in and pull it back in. That's another factor too.
Yeah, I mean, you can do this yourself. You can take, for instance, your phone camera and then get another camera with a larger lens, for instance, let's say a 500 telescope, and then you can literally zoom the sunrise back in for a few seconds again or 2 minutes.
So like 1 point is like obviously looking like straight down a hallway, but 2 point could be like looking at perspective from an angle as well.
From an angle, yeah. But just 2 point perspective just gives it more depth.
Yeah.
And how we see in reality is we have a single convergence zone, obviously the horizon, but we have multiple convergence zones to that horizon. So we have multiple perspective focus points because we live in a three-dimensional reality. Now, people have to understand you have to separate artistic perspective from what we actually observe.
Yeah.
Because artistic perspective is just a person's way of trying to explain what we observe. So it's just visualizing, drawing down visually of what we do observe. So it's just like doing a painting, for instance. That painting is based in reality, but it doesn't mean it is reality. It's just based on the artist's perspective.
I did notice though, like when the Globies do observations and they say this is the height of it, it's not the height of an object. They don't take angular size change into their calculations, right? Like I had a guy do a boat go 20 miles and the hull's above the water line the whole time, but it got smaller. So he said, "Oh, look, it's going up a curve." No, it's just changing angular size as it goes over the distance. 20 miles is a long way to go. They
also have to understand angular size change is not perspective. It's just one. It's just one of the effects of perspective.
Yep.
And that's why when they try and show us orthographic view, they say, "Look, we're showing angular size change based on orthographic view." No, that does not mean it's perspective. It's a two-dimensional representation of the angles changing. That doesn't mean it's literally telling you in a three-dimensional reading. And this is why when I asked McToon, when he brought up his trigonometry in orthographic, I'm like, show me in the orthographic representation where perspective is taken into account. Where's the convergence? He couldn't show me.
They don't have any in an autographic view. Nobody ever sees in an autographic view anyways, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Are you looking at the side of your head, looking at yourself? You still have perspective
Muppet
looking
vision. Muppet vision.
It is. You want cookie?
Exactly, Vicky. How many times is Palestine in the Quran? Not once. Palestine didn't exist. It's a aftermake by the emperor after Jesus to have mocked the Jews. That's why they became with the name Palestina. It was literally a mocking. Jesus was never Palestinian because there was no such thing as Palestine.
Yeah. Well, not buying your bullshit. I mean, I don't see the point you come in and saying, Flats, can you tell your mods not to time me out? Well, that's the reason he gives mods spanners, so they can time you out if you need it.
Who's crying about that?
Not buying your bullshit.
Oh, that guy? Okay.
Well, notice not buying your BS has not clicked the link to come and have a discussion yet.
No, that's it. That's the thing. Even though he's timed out, he can still click that link to come in.
Yeah, but I mean, does he really need to troll? You know what I mean?
Exactly.
The only reason you would get timed out or blocked is if for trolling.
Yeah.
It's not
Or
simple to
if you
understand.
whine about being timed out, then you get timed out.
Mm-hmm.
And so PJ gave you 5 minutes. I suggest when the timeout runs out, you be on your Sunday best.
Exactly. 'Cause 5 minutes is like really, really mild.
I want to say hi to Ivy McFly.
Durandar, that is so wrong. Israel has always existed in many books. That's like literally the name Israel has been around since the days of Abraham. That's what, almost 4,000 years ago. Don't know what his issue is. The guy doesn't know his history, does he?
Yeah.
There are certain biblical books here that don't put Israel in the Bible. They have a map usually in them, and they'll call it Palestine, depending on the publisher.
It was Israel's always been there. It was part of Canaan. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's always been there.
Durandar, man. If you want, I'm more than happy to discuss Islam with you and showing you how the Quran is lying to you, because I do care about you, man, and I do know you've been deceived by Shaitan, by
Oh, yeah.
Allah. You do know Allah is Satan, by the way.
And he's saying we're children of the jinn. Sorry, that's that comes with the Islamic religion, bro.
There is no such thing as jinn in reality.
Demons.
Jinn is just another way for demons, and the demon is literally Allah. Allah is the demon. He's Lucifer. He's Satan. He even says it himself. He is the greatest of all deceivers. Who's the greatest of all deceivers according to the Bible and to the Torah?
Satan.
That's weird.
The accuser of the brethren.
Mm-hmm.
Michael, what does peck mean? I don't know what peck is.
I have no idea.
What?
I was asking that question myself.
What else?
Well, Michael said, "What's this peck?" And he's referring to somebody else. I think
he says, "Why has this peck got a wrench?" I think he's on about.
Michael, he got a wrench ages ago, and unfortunately, he does seem to be Islam based.
Yeah.
I've got no issue with him. Unfortunately, he's going to be very, how can I put it, triggered by the truth against Islam.
Yeah, that's about right, bro. That's about right, Michael.
Yeah, Muhammad is definitely not a code of conduct for anybody to be proud of to follow.
Definitely not.
No, true few. Satan doesn't have his paws in anything. Satan was defeated 2,000 years ago on the cross. He has no power over anything. But he is the ruler of this world, if you haven't realized that.
Yep.
It's not going to be long, though.
It doesn't mean he owns it. It just means he rules it.
Nope. Mm-hmm. Cool to see some, at least it's good to see some scriptural based questions tonight. I really enjoy that. But yeah, like I said, if you guys have any Q&A, any questions you want answered, within reason, obviously, you're more than happy to ask.
I would love somebody to come in and show me how you can circumnavigate a globe.
What's a globe?
I know. It's a good question. So it's only exists in the mind, sir.
Oh, it's flat out again.
I don't know. Flatch, you there?
I'm here.
You're black. We can't see you.
So your mods timed me out after my first message. That is, I timed you out because you whined about being timed out. That's why I timed you out, and you came back whining again. So Michael got rid of you. That's how it works.
Yeah, pretty simple.
Trolling gets you timed out. It's not hard to understand. I don't understand why the people don't understand this.
If you
What
hadn't
is
come
with
in and complained, you would have been fine.
what's with their victim mentality?
Don't know. Feel sorry for me? Maybe I'm right. I don't know.
I mean, if Flats didn't want people to have modship, he wouldn't give them modship to be able to do that. You know what I mean? So don't whine about it.
LJ, you're lying. It's 34 people watching, by the way.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
sure.
34 minus 1 makes 33, you know, obviously.
No, the ruler of this world has no power, true few.
Wow.
Only the
Satan
power
has.
you give.
Yep. He has what you would call fake authority. So many people give him authority to do things. Tony, there we go. See?
Hey, Mr. Wickham, how you doing, man?
Yeah, it's good
I
to
haven't
see
seen him
Tony,
in a
man.
while.
No, because 33 is Freemason, 34 is 3-4 Mason.
Dura and Dar, do you know that your Palestinian flag represents the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse?
Yeah.
Just to let you
Yeah.
know. And the Bible is very clear on what those 4 horsemen of the apocalypse are. And they all describe all the Islamic countries.
So why does he keep putting something in, retracting it? What's the point in doing that? He keeps doing that and then retracting it.
It doesn't really matter. Like I said, the problem is he's under a lot of cognizance because he can't accept that he's fallen for a false religion.
Absolutely, look, hey Matt, absolutely, bro.
Are you sure Allah's not God? Come on.
I'm very sure.
Amen.
You'll know him by
Amen.
his, you'll know him by his shin. You'll know him by his shin.
The right or the left? Oh wait, he only has one.
No, he has one. He's a hopper. He's a hopper.
But he has 2 right hands apparently.
He gives no hope, but plenty of hop.
Yeah, he's got a couple late night sessions with the demon too, doesn't he?
Absolutely.
And what the true few, the power that Satan does have is to lie to people and perhaps even murder them. Yeah.
Manipulation.
Yeah. Like he spends most of his time trying to attack believers in God, trying to get them to slip and trip up in their walk.
Ishmael was a prophet. Isaac.
Like there's a lot of lost people out there where he doesn't care about them at all.
God.
Oh my goodness.
Quran's going against his own Quran.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I see him. Then who was Isaac then? Was he not the son of Abraham?
Yeah, he's the son of Abraham. Absolutely. And
Who was Isaac?
Was his
You see, the reason he wants to deny Isaac is because Isaac is Israel.
Mm-hmm.
And even the Quran affirms the Torah. And it affirms the Injil. It affirms what the Bible says, that Israel is God's chosen people, and it comes out of Isaac.
Right.
And the problem is Duran doesn't want to accept that because he thinks that they are evil.
Our Bible is older than their Quran, and Ishmael is in that. And God says he will bless them, but he is not a prophet and he is not under the covenant.
Islam came out of Ishmael.
Yeah.
Islam came out of the line of Ishmael. And by the way, that is where the Antichrist will come out of. Weird.
Isa was prophet. Jesus wasn't prophet. So even you're going against
Jesus was
the Quran as well.
Jesus is Isa.
Yes, dude.
Yeah, well, they're
Jesus is Isa, Duran. Isa is Jesus.
Yeah, their Jesus is not my Jesus because their Jesus is not God. You know, their Jesus. He's a
Yeah.
weak Jesus, whoever he is. They praise. It's
They
not
make
like,
him a coward.
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, they don't have the same Jesus as us.
certainly not.
It's ridiculous. They think that Jesus wasn't crucified on the cross. Okay? But literally that was Jesus came down to die for our sins.
There's no point in keep going on with your rhetoric, bro. It's not going to rub off here. You can say as much as you want. We know you're in a false religion cult, evil
Unfortunately,
ideology.
Vicky, on my phone I can't do anything with Spanish right now. Add or take away. So that's fair. Wait until I'm home one day. Or I'll have to try afterwards. Sorry. Look, I'm more than happy to discuss with Duran his Quran. Like I said, I do feel sorry for him. I think that's the way we should be looking at him.
Momo was nailed on some suit. He's on the Zoot train, that's for sure. Muhammad loved the old suit.
Zoot. It was a brilliant song.
Yeah, he rode them all night. You know what I mean?
All night long.
All night.
All night.
And stuck his way
All
back
night
the
long.
diddy line, you know?
Duran, you must remember, D.L. Colby was Mr. Muhammad's private lover.
Hmm.
According to Islam, Muhammad should have got the death penalty. Wonder why he didn't.
Yeah. And Gabriel and Muhammad got convinced by his wife and her friend or cousin, is it, that he was talking to Gabriel when he was actually talking to blooming demons. You will read. I can't read. You will read. I can't.
And by the way, I don't know if you guys know this, but when Hitler was around, you know, with the Nazis and all that, Islam, the Mufti, were literally in cohorts with Hitler in being Nazis. Yeah, why do you think they're planning what they're doing right now by taking all over everywhere and pushing their Nazi propaganda?
Yep.
Because they literally are Nazis.
Yeah.
And why take out the satanic verses and put out a fatwa against Salman Rushdie when he was used to, at one point, adhere to the satanic verses?
Well, the other people that were involved with Hitler too were the Jesuits and the papacy. So that'll tell you something.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Matt Eastwood. This is a true statement. Muhammad died with a severed altar, just like a false prophet. His words. Why do you believe your own Quran? Yeah. Well, the story of that, guys, is Muhammad said himself in the Quran that if you're a false prophet, you will die by having your altar cut off. That's exactly what happened to Muhammad. The guy was so dumb. After he killed a woman's husband and children in battle, he went and asked the woman to make him dinner. So she poisoned him.
Oh.
And he died by his altar getting cut off. So he literally died a false prophet's death.
Why do Islam look up to Muhammad if this is the case?
I think it's because they have so much hate in their heart that they want to look up to Muhammad, because the guy is the code of conduct, which is literally everything against good.
Have you looked into afterlife with the Quran? They have the exact same revelations as the Christian Bible. It's basically an Armageddon that they're waiting on.
It's a different Armageddon, though. Their Armageddon is Jesus coming back to judge, but Jesus is not coming to judge in the way that the Bible declares. Their Quran says Jesus is coming to judge the Christians and the Jews, and to kill them and use them to pay for the sins of all the Muslims. so they can go to heaven, so they can have their 70 virgins for eternity. Because remember, according to the Islam, we are the worst of creatures. Even the rocks will cry out in Judgment Day and say, "Look here, look there. There is a Jew or Christian hiding behind me. Go and kill him."
Mm.
Yep. Quite crazy. Yeah, why doesn't Muhammad come? That's so true, Michael.
I mean, well, Allah himself can't, because he has to hop along. You know, he'll take too long to get here. So I suppose they have to use Muhammad ain't worthy enough, so I suppose they have to use Jesus, don't they? I mean, Allah's got to hop along. So no, not happening.
The problem is, Vicky, they can't read the Quran. Most of the people issue is their excuse is either they can't read the Arabic, or 90% of them is my imam has to read the Quran to me. So they just get what is spoken to them by the imam, and the imam lies to them what's actually in the Quran. That's the problem. I do believe Islam is the religion of Satan. Full stop. No doubt.
Yeah, the ideology, the theology is just evil. Wow.
And Duran, can you explain to me how Israel is the false chosen?
I have a comment about that. Like, what I asked a Jew, I said, "What is your afterlife?" And he said that we go to hell. And I looked it up, and then it says that when they die, they go to the Sheol.
Sheol, yes, which is hell.
Yeah.
Which I don't really understand that, you know, and then thank God for the New Testament, right? Because Jesus, paid the way to heaven, right?
Well,
in that case,
they still need Jesus as a savior. They still need Jesus as a savior.
Yeah.
Yeah, the problem is the Jews are waiting for a Messiah. They rejected Jesus as the Messiah. You understand? Jesus fulfilled all the prophecies, like Isaiah 53, Psalms 22, and so forth. He fulfilled everything that they needed, but they deny him, that he is the Messiah. So they have an understanding that they still do go to Sheol as they're waiting. They understand that when they die, they go into sleeping, what they call sleeping, until Judgment Day. So when God comes and he judges, then they'll be able to get out of the sleeping, and then the Messiah obviously helps them get, because they just believe the Messiah is just going to build a temple. They don't believe the Messiah is yet to save them.
So at Sheol, there's Abraham's bosom. This is what they believe. There's
everybody's there. Yeah.
So that's where they think they're going.
He says it, Palestinian flag, and you give the old the square black box thing is God's chosen people. I don't.
There's no such thing as Palestine. There's never been a such thing as Palestine.
It's
okay. Palestine. Yeah, the Palestine was literally just a name given by the emperor after Jesus' death, so they could mock the Jews.
Which means
okay, that's it. And even if you look in throughout history, the Palestinian Times and all that stuff, it was talking about everybody in so-called as a group of people in the Middle East. So it's talking about the Jews, it's talking about the Arabs, it's talking about everybody there. It's not a specific group of people. And people today think like, for instance, the Palestinians are an actual ethnic group. No, they're not. They're the rejects. They're the bastard children of the Arabs. Not even the Arabs want them. It's not hard.
I want to say something true for you. What is he saying? You're lying about the prophecies.
He's saying that Jesus
didn't lie.
I've blocked that dude. I can't stand what he says.
Well, and that's incredible, because it's like if he were around the disciples during their time, and like even doubting Thomas talking to him, like, yeah, I doubted it too. But no, I saw Jesus risen from the dead, as he said. And the truth, if you can imagine yourself actually being in a situation near that man and still saying, you're lying, you really ought to reevaluate your so-called faith. God bless you anyway, man.
Well, can someone just bring up Isaiah 53 and share screen for me quickly? Unfortunately, I can't share screen.
Isaiah what?
Isaiah 53.
So Christ didn't fulfill any prophecies at all. None, right? That's what he's saying.
Yeah, that's the same. I'm gonna bring up Isaiah 53 to show he's wrong.
You want it in King James or New King James or what?
Doesn't matter, any translation. They all say the same thing.
Right.
The only reason I enjoy the King James or the New King James version is because they are the closest to the original manuscripts.
Yeah, there you go.
Would you be able to read it out for us?
Absolutely. From the top, yeah?
Yeah, go ahead.
Right. Who has believed our report, and to whom has the arm of the Lord been revealed? For he shall grow up before him as a tender plant, as a root out of the dry ground. He has no form of comeliness, and when we see him, there is no beauty that we should desire him. So I said that was in Zechariah. It's in Isaiah. I said that was in Zechariah the other day.
Yeah, it is in Zechariah as well. It's actually, it's talking about Zechariah. And Jesus was, by the way, Jesus was exactly explained. This is Jesus spoken of here. Yeah. True few. Yeah. Jesus was not a very beautiful man, just to let you know.
That's
okay, he was not a man of desire.
That's what it says. Or comeliness. Comeliness means beautiful, so it means he has none of that. So he's not beautiful, basically.
Exactly.
He is despised and rejected by men, a man of sorrows and acquainted with grief. And we hid, as it were, our faces from him. He was despised, and we did not esteem him.
There we go. That's exactly Jesus again. Well done. Okay.
Surely he has borne our griefs and carried our sorrows, yet we esteemed him stricken, smitten by God, and afflicted.
Mm-hmm.
But he was wounded for our transgressions, he was bruised for our iniquities. The chastisement for our peace was upon him, and by his stripes we are healed. Talking about salvation, not about healing, like things like that. It's talking about salvation.
And True Few says he wasn't the king of Israel. Literally, he was. They mocked him for saying he's the king of Israel. They literally mocked him for that. They put a crown of thorns on his head, for Pete's sake, because he was the king of the Jews, king of Israel.
Wow.
Carry on.
All we like sheep have gone astray. We have turned everyone to his own way, and the Lord has laid on him the iniquity of us all. He was oppressed and he was afflicted, yet he opened not his mouth. He was led as a lamb to the slaughter, and as a sheep before his shearers is silent, so he opened not his mouth.
Ouch. I just want to point out, Isaiah 53, this was written, 1,000 years before Jesus came down?
Gotta be.
Like
Weird.
that, yeah.
Weird. Okay, go on.
He was taken from prison and from judgment, and who will declare his generation? For he was cut off from the land of the living, for the transgressions of my people. He was stricken. And they made his grave with the wicked, but with the rich at his death, because he had done no violence, nor was any deceit in his mouth.
Exactly. And I just want to point out, True Few, he's the king, but the people didn't claim him as king. They literally did. He came in a donkey to Jerusalem. They laid palm trees and sang hallelujah, Hosanna in the highest, claiming him to be king. Oh man, you better start coping, True Few. Okay, go on, sorry.
Absolutely. Yet it pleased the Lord to bruise him. He has put him to grief. When you make his soul an offering for sin, he shall see his seed, he shall prolong his days. and the pleasure of the Lord shall prosper in his hand.
Amen.
He shall see the labor of his soul and be satisfied. I hate when it does that. By his knowledge, my righteous servant shall justify many, for he shall bear their iniquities.
Mm-hmm.
Therefore, I will divide him a portion with the great, and he shall divide the spoil with the strong, because he poured out his soul unto death, and he was numbered with the transgressors, and he bore the sins of many, and made intercession for the transgressors. That
Ouch.
is Jesus, all the way down.
That's Jesus, literally, and he literally fulfilled every single line in that prophecy.
Every single
So, true for you. Sorry, man. Go read your Bible.
Yeah, what's the Duran saying now? Like, you're a clown for Israel? Is that what he's saying?
Ugh.
Remember, Duran has a hate for God's chosen people, so he's demon possessed.
Gosh.
Simple as that.
I
He won't
think
come and
clown-
defend his religion live, though. Just to let you know, Duran, I can tell you now, you're a coward because you will not come and defend your Quran live,
No.
because we would rip you apart.
Yeah.
Your own Quran debunks you. Your own Quran actually says Israel's God's chosen people, by the way.
I mean, he's even just sticking
Yeah.
in. He's sticking in whatever he's got to say and retracting it. That shows me something.
And the true view, yeah, Jesus is the king, and yeah, he came to his own, and his own did not receive him. Yeah.
But many
So
people
he was
did
able
call
to
him.
convert a bunch. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
But he was saying people didn't call him king. That's false. They literally laid palm branches for him to walk over
Oh.
when he came in a donkey to Jerusalem. They were singing Hosanna in the highest and proclaiming him as king.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I missed that part. Sorry.
And this was one of the arguments that the Sadducees and Pharisees were bringing up to people like Pontius Pilate and them
Mhm.
to tell them, you guys better do something because they're going to overthrow your government. They're proclaiming a king.
Yep.
Uh-oh. So True Few doesn't read his Bible, does he?
And watch this. You'll get rid of that in a second too. That'll be retracted.
According to the Quran, who is God? That's what I want to know. Who the hell is the Lord?
Allah.
The greatest of deceivers, Allah, Satan.
Yeah.
And you know what's even sad about that? According to the Quran, even Allah has to pray to Muhammad.
That's sad.
Oh, man. Quite sad.
I and I don't want to just pick on them because it's like I still think of groups like Scientology, like, oh, all hail Lord Xenu. No way. Like,
Yeah, it's insane, man.
oh my goodness.
But I mean, we can do this with everything. I mean, you can look
I
at
like how far do we want to?
Hinduism. Yeah. I mean, you can look at Hinduism. It's the same type of nonsense. Okay. You can look at any type of religion out there. They all are fake. They're false. That's why I don't like saying Christianity is a religion, because it isn't really a religion.
No, of course not. Jesus wasn't for religion, was he?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Let's try to get off the subject of Islam. I got a question.
Sure.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
All right. When it comes to ether, and I've had this question myself. What is it? Like, what is it made out of?
That's Chris is here for you,
Yeah.
man. Chris is here for you. There you go.
Yeah, Chris will give you that.
Yeah, is this Roger?
This is
Yes,
Roger.
it
Yeah.
Yes. I've asked
Okay,
this question
yeah.
before.
Whenever I was up there on that mountaintop, there was so many questions and stuff going on. I know JP was asking me to pan the camera and stuff because I went back and looked at it a second time, and I didn't even hear him saying these things. So I wasn't ignoring anybody. It was just I was dealing with a lot of different conversation. You know what I mean? And it was loud up there. So yeah, ether. Like that's one thing I didn't get to explain more in depth.
Yeah.
But I did comment on that video and put it in depth follow up to that question. But I basically said that ether's the fundamental, incompressible, all pervasive medium filling the entire realm.
Okay. So it's several
Okay,
different
like
things. Yeah.
so ether's a conductor that's how. Okay, ether's a conductor, and then like everything on Earth's surface is resistive, so it creates this material bias. Basically, what I'm saying is the answer to gravity. They're what they call gravity, but
Yeah.
it displaces ether, and ether ends up, in the stratosphere where there's zero pressure. At the stratosphere at 12 miles, it's 50 millibar. That's 51,000th of an atmosphere, all the way up to 32 miles, which is 1 millibar, which is 1/1000th of an atmosphere. There is no gas, and the volume's too great for it to be at ionization, like as they tell you in fluorescent tubes. It's just way too great. If you ever see real images of daylight, because what you get on Google Images now these days are fake. Like all the balloon images, all the ISS images, they just show a thin little teeny tiny layer of daylight.
Yeah.
But really, it's 20 miles deep. It's so much volume covering half the Earth. There's not enough gas production in the world ever. There is a teeny tiny little bit of gas that can influence, like neon lights. Neon lights doesn't require the mercury and the phosphorus coating to turn it from UV back to white light. You know what I'm saying? Neon lights is just gas filled, or actually evacuated, because it's all vacuum tubes. They take everything away from it, take all the resistance out, and you're left with the ether. You know what I'm saying? That
I've seen demonstrations with this before in vacuum tubes. They'll do gas propagation, get it to glow purple, red, blue. They can, depending on the charge, right?
Oh, how did you manage that?
The noble gases. The noble gases, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
like that's a vacuum tube. The reason why the electricity is going through this is something else designed by Tesla, is because it's a vacuum. You take out all the resistance, see, and then but the field is coming out outside of here. If I have my little fluorescent bulb with me, it'd light that up. This little tiny 12-volt plug-in car plasma ball.
Yeah, got
See
it.
Yeah. It's because that's a vacuum. You pulled out all that resistance. Now it's free, perfect conductor. And then when in the air down here on the Earth's surface, you have like dielectric breakdown. I don't know if you've heard of that.
Yeah, I know what it is.
But it's like air to get a spark, an arc, a lightning bolt through the air. Air itself has a breakdown, a dielectric breakdown. Everything has a dielectric breakdown. But air itself is well known. It's well documented. It's like they say it's 60 kilovolts a centimeter, which, I mean, 30 kilovolts. It's just way too high, what they say, but it's thousands of volts. Like this right here, that little plasma ball is putting out 5,000 volts. But to break down the air out here, it had to be a little tiny spark gap, like an arc lighter.
Yeah. So basically, what you're saying is it's the
5 millimeter.
All the gases and atmo. So
I just want to say thank you, Vicky, for £10. She says, QnA support. Jesus is King. Amen and amen. Thank you very much for the QnA support, Vicky. Appreciate you big time. You rocketh.
Absolutely.
Thank you very much.
And I concur.
So back to the ether, like, so what you call ether is just the ability for the transfer of energy, basically.
The
right?
propagation medium, in other words.
Yeah.
It's a conductor. Yeah, it's a conductor. It's like a copper wire is a conductor that carries electricity, but also ether is a conductor as well in the Earth, because we don't use wires. In the Earth, it's ether is what's the conductor.
And that's what Tesla was trying to do with his free energy thing, pretty much.
Well, no, it's just an example I used to help explain it. Because a Tesla coil, you're doing a pulsing magnetic field. It's like a growing and shrinking field. That's what's happening in that plasma ball.
Yeah.
And you have to have a moving magnetic field through a conductor, like I was talking about, the coil wire moving in and out of a magnet. It produces a voltage. So how do you do that wirelessly? It's because there's a conductor,
Yeah.
and you're expanding and collapsing a magnetic field.
Didn't Tesla himself make wireless towers?
I don't know. They've messed his story up so many times. He wasn't a popular guy. He didn't do electrons. He said there was ether. Like, that ain't mainstream.
No.
College stuff. They make them look stupid, and they change the stuff around, to what fits into their schooling.
So, number one, what's the number one proof for flat Earth? No curvature. And Luca, shut up. What do you mean nothing? You know nothing. That's what you know about nothing, is nothing.
I'm waiting for a proof of a globe too, but I haven't got any of that.
I would say it's subjective. It's to every person has their own favorite evidence for flat Earth. But at the end of the day, there is no evidence for a globe Earth. So that's the actual ultimate evidence for a flat Earth, because the flat Earth is reality.
Yeah, absolutely, Matt. Give me a sec.
Any of these fields we're talking about have one thing in common, and it's called containment, right? They have to be contained in something. You wouldn't have the world without containment. Sorry. That's my number one proof.
Yeah, it has to be contained with a solid structure.
Physical. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mine is creation. God told Moses how he created Earth, and I choose to agree with how God created what he created.
There's a difference between believing and knowing. Like, I know that there's a designer, a creator to all of this. Like, I say it's a synchronized timepiece. And, and every timepiece has a designer. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and that's
like,
the
you're
thing.
not dealing with a shitty off-brand fake. You got like something like a Rolex. Everything's perfectly geared. It's designed perfectly. It's synchronized. Like, because you could say, is it a generator? Is it like a motor or something? But really, it's just a timepiece. It's synchronized. There's no slippage.
Yeah, but that's the thing. I mean, God's signature is all over creation. He created everything with a reason and a purpose. And I mean, that's how everything is. Nothing is created without actually having a purpose. You understand? You're not going to go and create a tablecloth for no reason. It has a purpose to do something.
Well,
and the Earth was without form and void, exactly. So not a globe. Well done, but why?
Yeah. I got a question for you. If you were walking through a field and you ran across a car sitting there, would the first thing you think was that part of creation, or would you think that somebody made that thing? You think there had to be somebody who built that car, right? That would be the first conclusion you come to, correct?
Mm-hmm. It comes to the ontological primitives.
Yep.
What it always says, you jog along the side of the road by a beach, and you look to the right, and you see this magnificent sand castle built. What's the logical deduction? Did nature create that huge sand castle from nothing, or did a person go and create it?
I would say a person did. That would be the first logical conclusion.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
So
hey, look, I haven't seen in a while, Brenda. Hey, Brenda.
Lord Jesus.
Oh, look, the atheist is here. Yeah.
We're gonna give him a chance for a bit. We'll see.
Roger Ledwell trying poorly to do the argument from design.
Oh, whatever, dude.
I saw nothing wrong with his argument from design.
No, I didn't.
Yeah. Why don't you present it and let's go through it?
You just presented, but thank you, PJ, for your £10 super chat. It says everything has some type of containment. Amen to that. So true, PJ. Thank you very
Yeah,
much for the
that's also
channel support.
false.
You
No,
rock.
it's not.
And why are you talking over me while I'm literally reading out a super chat? Thank you, PJ. You rock. And no, that's not false. Thank you very much.
Yes, it is. Pressure does not require containment. Did you know that?
What is pressure? What is pressure?
Pressure is a reading on a pressure meter.
And what
Okay.
is
Wait.
listening?
Let's be more specific. What is gas pressure?
Gases are just free atoms like oxygen and carbon
You're not answering
dioxide.
the question. What is gas pressure?
Gas pressure is a pressure on the meter. It's the reading on the meter.
What meter?
The gas pressure meter. That's what gas pressure is.
Well, what's a gas pressure meter?
It's an instrument that measures gas pressure.
How? With the surface?
Huh?
With the surface wall?
Why is your microphone so bad? You have a good microphone, don't you?
With a surface wall.
I can't make out some of the words you're saying because it's so
A
muffled.
surface wall. And no one else has issues with my sound. Only you do, Brenda.
I'm just being normal and casual with you.
No, you're obfuscating, and this is exactly why Brenda's never here,
I'm
guys.
not.
Just to let you know.
Right.
Because
So
Brenda cannot acknowledge that gas pressure requires containment, because Brenda has literally just debunked himself by telling us the meter, which is a surface wall, gives us the pressure reading. Welcome to reality, Brenda.
it's force over area.
Oh, and the area requires a physical surface, correct?
Yeah, there's a surface in the meter which measures the force there's a surface in the meter which measures the force being applied to it by the atoms in the gas. I'm sorry.
Carry on.
Hey, Vicky.
Hello.
So gas pressure is the force.
Are you in a swimming pool or something?
Don't even bother talking to it.
I'm sick. So pressure is the force on an area, a unit square, right? It's applied by the molecules or atoms of the gas hitting the pressure plate.
And does gas have elastic collisions and stuff? Does it keep on traveling? Does it need to hit something or bounce off something to get back to where it was, or have containment to make pressure to start with? I would say so, Brenda. That's the whole point. If it was free floating molecules, it would just float. It would float off into infinity, off into your vacuum void of space, supposedly.
Yeah, pressure. There's pressure in space.
Yeah, there is.
There are gas clouds in space.
Gas clouds. Ooh.
Yes, there are gas clouds in space.
Have you sampled some of those gas clouds yourself?
Yeah, that's a genetic fallacy.
That's not a genetic fallacy. That's just like I ask you a question. Have you actually witnessed such things yourself?
Yeah, that's a genetic fallacy. It doesn't
explain what a genetic fallacy is, right quick. Break it down for me.
That the truth of a claim.
Truth of what?
Do you want me to break it down?
Seen these gas clouds you're talking
about.
You
want me to break it down or not?
You break it down. Go ahead.
Break it down, Brenda.
It's the truth of a claim does not depend on whether or not I have actually done it. Right?
No, the truth of a claim is you can verify it. Has anybody verified?
No, that's not. Claims? There's no such thing as.
Has anybody verified the claims that there are gas clouds in the vacuum of space? Has anybody verified this themselves?
Yes, they've been measured.
Then provide citation.
Yeah, it's how they're measured by radio telescopes, right? They can measure the pressure that is inside of gas clouds in space.
Can you give me the data for it? I want to see it.
Yeah, I don't have it right to
Well,
hand.
then come present it next time, and then we'll talk about it. We'll analyze the data.
Right.
ourselves.
Yes, this
So
would be a
it's-
great conversation piece for later.
It's just a
Brent.
fact.
Hi,
It's
Brenda.
just a fact.
It's not a fact
Hi,
unless I
Brenda.
can verify it myself.
It's an objective fact. They are observed,
Hi,
Objective.
Brenda.
right?
Hi,
So-
Brenda. Time for you to leave. Goodbye. Don't let the door hit you on the way out.
No,
Oh, there you go. Well, I
There
mean,
you go.
No, because he was about to do, you know, the spiral thing where he just
Yes.
wants to
Yeah.
the disbelief, you know,
Can I just
or
say,
or try to gain our belief in what he's saying. That's all that is.
I only came in here so Luca couldn't come in. And then
Okay.
that thing come in.
Mm.
And I was like, no. And then Keith dropped and I ended up in here and I was like, I'm going to drop in a minute. I
What the
just
heck?
didn't want
That
Luca
that was
in.
a car.
Well, we already know what he's trying to explain anyway.
Yeah.
Like we spent our whole lives learning the same stuff, except he's not expanding his knowledge and learning anything new. He's just still stuck on what we already learned ourselves.
Right, and that's why Roger asked, you know, please provide some citation, in which he doesn't have, and we know he doesn't.
Yeah.
So,
Oh,
but
gosh.
he still wants to talk past that part. It's like, no, we're not going to go beyond that. You're going to stick to that point, and until then, you can just shush now. Thank you.
Well, I gave Brenda an opportunity,
You did-
and Brenda does the same thing he always does.
Did you kick him out?
Yes.
I thought I was going, bye, Brenda. Don't let the door
No,
hit
because
you."
because the thing is, I was sitting in the backstage hoping that Brenda's for once actually going to be honest, but Brenda's not honest. Brenda does the same thing he always does, and
Can't expect.
I gave him an opportunity, so yeah, he
I mean,
squandered
so
it.
in the future, if he actually, you know, does try to find out if there are such citations, that you know, please present them. And if he can't find them, if he does return, at least admit that he can't find them.
Luca and
And
no
Luca-
for you.
And Luca puts in the private chat, some clouds can weigh up to 1 million kilograms. So why is gravity not pulling that thing down? The mass doesn't affect mass then. Well done.
Did they go
Ooh.
and weigh it, Luca,
Ooh.
with their big scales?
Yeah, they weigh clouds on a regular. They got
It's very
planes
selective,
of-
as we've always said. Gravity is very, very selective, man.
It is. Does it push or does it pull? That's my question.
Well,
Does it-
there's all sorts, doesn't it? I mean, it magnetizes you, it pulls you, it pushes you, it stretches you, it expands you.
Good God, that gravity is a wonderful thing, man. I need some of that.
Telling you.
And I just want to point out, Brenda didn't get the genetic fallacy correct either.
Brenda, nice echo chamber. Funny that because there's
Water vapor. Water vapor is more buoyant than air. Like humidity in the air, there's all kinds of moisture in the air. Like on a hot summer day, it could be like 90% humidity. It could just be, just full of air, and then the winter it drops way down, 50%. There's tons of moisture in air, you just don't even see it.
Yep.
Luke,
Why,
as usual,
why
you
do
have
the
no
gays
idea what you're
hide in
talking about.
private chat?
Because that's what they
Well,
do.
I would like Luca to come in and present his proof of Earth curve that he said he's going to record for us on the plane flight. But I don't think he's got that.
Yeah, I bet he didn't. I bet he didn't.
Yeah, I'll step
No,
out if
just
you want
the
Luca
end.
to come in and present. So.
I don't think he has something to present. That's the whole point.
Buoyancy is cased by gravity. Oh my God.
No,
Brenda, you
point.
can't talk about
Okay.
anything.
A case, something that's cased in has to be cased in physically.
Listen,
Like
no
something
one, and no
physical.
one listening to Brenda. Brenda, you think your balls and penis are a vagina? Get a grip.
But let's look at it this way logically. Has gravity ever been shown to have actually been in existence, other than people just correlating acceleration to the ground and calling it gravity?
No.
Well, I can
So,
correlate the 9.8 meters a second to 9.8 volts a meter in the atmosphere.
Exactly. And there's actually much more evidence for that compared to their beloved gravity that that they just is a mathematical construct in the fifth dimension, which is ridiculous because we are three-dimensional beings. We cannot see into the fifth dimension. It's really idiotic.
Brenda said gravity is an observed phenomenon, like your disappearing balls.
Brenda, because things fall down at a certain rate, that's gravity.
Brenda said, babe.
Yeah. I would love for you to show me what gravity is and how you manipulated anything to isolate the gravity itself.
Brenda did attempt that once. Remember, shoe is a phenomena.
Oh, okay. Shoes are phenomena.
Or donut is a black hole.
Oh, yeah.
Or what is the other one? We have 11 horizons.
11? No, from what I understand,
I don't know how you can have a hole in a vacuum. I mean, it's so stupid.
Well, you got to understand gravity turns in on itself and loops around it.
Of course, that makes a blooming hole, of course. In reality. Yeah, and in science fiction maybe, but in reality, meanwhile, you know.
Can I just say, if them
I mean, the likes of Stephen Hawkins and that come up with theories like this to try and say, look, there's no need for God.
Now Brenda says I'm lying. He never said those things. He was literally on FED saying those things. I was literally debating Brenda when he was telling me about the 11 frames, and he was debating Nathan when he told him about shoe is a phenomena, and we were laughing our asses off at that. So don't talk nonsense.
You mean go get it?
Yeah, all these are trimmed out.
Brenda and Luca, you can both wait all week for me to drop because I am going to be here every day to take up the 6th spot because nobody wants to listen to either of you.
Even if you're not in, it doesn't mean I'll let them in.
They're boring. Like, they literally have more repeats than BBC.
Like I said, Luca can come in if he's got presentation of his flight. But that's about it.
He said he took a photograph. Echo chamber of bigots. We're not bigots, Brenda.
No, but just know that you're a man.
Yeah.
And you can't biologically change that. I'm sorry, that really sucks for you. But stop trying to take women's rights away from them because you want to wear a dress.
It's sick.
It's very sick and very, very immoral.
I'd rather be a bigot than
morality is not subjective, despite what you think, Brenda.
I mean, let's just put it this way. If I ever catch a man think he's a woman going into the bathroom with my daughters or my wife, that guy will have to know he'll probably wake up in hospital forgetting his own name.
Absolutely.
I honestly think that these men that do this don't feel like men.
Brendas and your Latinos, man.
Because they can't win against a man, they do it to women because they know we're the fairer sex. And do you know what? We're sick of men putting themselves in our spaces where our children are. It's disgusting.
It's like I feel where it's like they'll try to fit into.
They don't talk to it. Don't talk to it.
No, but they'll try to fit into a women environment, or like, oh, I feel feminine too, therefore I am a woman. Like, no, you're not.
You're a man.
I have never felt like a woman in my lifetime.
Yeah, and with a lot of them, they are.
But you know what a hypocrisy these guys have. These are the same people that have an issue if I say, okay, well then I identify as the King of England.
Do you?
I'm not allowed to identify as the King of England, but they're allowed to identify as something that goes totally against nature.
Absolutely.
This whole LGBTQ thing is like all new. Like the whole system's set up to leave you an empty shell, like hollow on the inside and just a shell on the outside. And it grows as you go through school. You learn more and more about outer space, and they remove God. They flipped it. That's the best way. First of all, the best deception ever. Hide God. Just say there ain't no God. So that pulls all the spirit out of you from the inside. And then you watch television programming, commercials, all that, and it's all about your shell, like what you're wearing in school, your shoes, your clothes, what car you're driving. You know, that's supposed to be drive happiness. So they geared up that way to, and then also these are mind malleable, you know, so they can control you. Because that's how a few people controls millions, like hundreds of millions, is your mind. They can't do it like physical force. So they're going to do mind control, leave you an empty shell, a hollow empty shell, and now they're taking what's left. They're trying to confuse you if you're a man or a woman or what you are on the outside. So there ain't nothing left of you. You know what I'm saying?
I got you.
It's
It's
a
definitely
mental
nihilistic, though. Yeah, it's nihilistic. It's atheist. It has nothing to do with science whatsoever, because
No.
science proves God at every turn. But beyond that point, yeah.
And it's amazing though that they trust science so much, but yet when it comes to being a man, it doesn't trust science then. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Actual science, like, you know, biological. It's just actual science.
Well, all the fields of science lend. They don't have a solid answer for everything. They have to rely on there being a creator. Nature didn't create itself, for one instance, and that's what they go to. Nature's always been. Nature made itself, but there has to be a beginning, right? Correct.
And no,
I
Johnny,
was gonna say,
it would make
no, I would agree with him. It would make them not a Muslim and would make them not a Christian, so it would make them Christians.
yeah, but
Because that's what Chrislam actually is. Chrislam is
people of God.
Yeah, because Chrislam does actually push all religions go to the same God. So yeah, I'd say.
Tony, he is backstage. That's why I'm here, because I'm not moving.
Well, I'm not gonna let him in anyway, so.
I identify as a dumper truck, and I'm not moving.
Well, I did ask Luke to poke. He had a picture. I said posted in the back chat. He hasn't posted it yet. So
No, because he wants attention.
yeah.
Yeah, he hasn't shown anything that he has. Remember, we asked him specifically, Luca, to go and take a video and pictures and stuff to prove your globe from the window, from
He
your
took one
cockpit.
picture of it.
We even asked him to, maybe just interview
him
the
yesterday.
captain.
Yeah, go see the pilot.
Yeah. Talk to him.
Nothing.
No, you'll think
Nothing.
I'm a
Yes.
flat earther. You'll think I'm a flat earther. Oh, I can't identify as a flat earther.
Yeah,
But you are a
spend
flat earther
more
by
time.
default, Luca. You are a flat earther. You live on a plane, a level plane. So by default, you're a flat earther anyway, whether you like it or not.
No, but he spends more time on a flat earther channel than on Glober channels. Duh.
They're always over here. You know that, right?
I know, it's because they're Billy No mates.
Did you see what Jaron did?
Erin.
No.
Erin
Okay.
said,
What did
"Geez,
he-
sorry, I missed you, Brenda."
He made a new theme song for himself. It's amazing. It's called "Thrown Under the Bus."
Wow.
If anyone other than Luca or Brenda
Thrown under the bus.
Yeah, go to his channel. Logical brought it over to me. He's like, all right.
If anyone else wants to come in, I will drop, but I'm not dropping for Luca or Brenda or any of them lot.
Well, Keith has the final say who comes in.
No, I know, but I'm saying I'll drop happily for anyone else.
Yeah. Like I said, we're just waiting for someone to really come in.
With a real question?
Yeah, like
Someone who's not here to just troll and circle jerk constantly. Oh my word, there's a new video out from True Christian 2 weeks ago. Sam and Flatwood, Antichrist, BFFs.
wow.
He's still going at it.
No,
Now I'm an Antichrist, guys.
True Christian. I mean, true
The
Christian.
guy,
Why
True
would you
Christian,
call
I want to point out, True Christian is not a Christian, if anybody wants to know.
I was going to say, why have a name like that when it's certainly not true?
Keith, you're more things in a week than anyone else I know.
Yeah.
'Cause these people.
Well, honestly, it's projection. Because it's like, I don't think True Christian is like an antichrist himself, but I mean, he like others takes wild stabs in the dark.
I don't know who he is.
I do.
He's got
I'm glad.
anti spirit, that's for sure.
Like, no, yeah. So like wild stabs in the dark, so to speak, it's kind of like throwing poop and hoping it sticks somewhere. It doesn't.
Yeah, Keith Chuka.
You know, if Keith is things gone again,
I didn't
that
say Keith.
anyone
Keith,
can come in.
as in poop.
I'm here, guys. Don't worry.
Oh, good.
Matthew Eastman's here. I'm going to drop out a bit for Matthew.
I'll drop.
be back.
I'll drop. Keith, I said I'll drop. Right,
Hey,
I'll
yo.
drop.
Vicky, you identify as a dump truck. You stay right where you are.
I know. Did you like that, Matthew?
Yeah. I'm still.
I missed that.
No, but for Keith or Matthew, I will drop. Love you, babe. Bye.
Oh, love
Yeah.
you.
Bye-bye.
Hey, Matthew, how you doing?
What's up, Raj? PJ,
Oh, not much.
Derek, Chris. Hey,
How you
Keith.
doing, man?
You.
Hey, yo.
Right.
Earlier, you
All
guys
the
were
way
talking.
from the east, man, to the west, man.
Uh,
Good to see you, bro.
Can you have cardinal directions on the globe? That's my next question.
no.
I didn't think so.
Hey,
Oh, I didn't.
you know, informer, you know, I'm gonna say I gotta blame. I like a boom boom down. Good to see you.
So,
You know,
yeah.
Good to see you.
Chris was talking the other day. What channel were we on? We were here in Flat Toys. And you brought up ether, and then you brought up ether again a little today. The other day, you defined ether as the waters above. And then I think I heard you say today that ether was a low pressure. A low pressure.
No, it's the pervasive medium filling the entire realm. So it's not like low pressure, high. The pressure. You got to understand the atmospheric, the different layers.
Okay,
Because you have that.
stop there because I don't understand that, right? Because
Okay, yeah, I don't want to do too much to sound irrational. I'm trying to keep it simple, where it's understandable, and
right,
and start.
me too, right? So it would start with a definition of what ether is. What is it?
It's the I had it written down here. It's the all pervasive medium. It's incompressible. It fills the entire realm. It's a conductor. That's what it is. It's a conductor. It's how electricity moves through the air. It's how we have daylight. Daylight is its own. It's making its own voltage.
Yeah. Okay. So I don't know because I'm still confused, right? Because you said it was a background medium, and then you said it was a conductor, and the reason for light. What is it?
I just defined it. I can tell you what I have written down right here. Ether is the fundamental, incompressible, all-pervasive medium filling the entire realm. That's the definition that I have. What part of it do you need me to clarify?
Yeah, I want to know when I experience this medium. Like what you're claiming it's a medium. Can you show me the medium?
It's like, the ocean is a medium. It's water, right? The ocean is water. The water is incompressible. You got hydraulics. That's how it works. You can't compress water. You can't compress ether. Ether is like the waters above. And when I was referring to the Bible, I see it as building from the ground up. Like at first it was a void, and then his spirit moved upon, the earth, and then he said, "Let there be light." He made daylight, and then he made the firmament, which to me the firmament is the foundation. It's to separate, the ocean waters from the waters above. The ether, the daylight, John. You know what I mean? To me, that's the heavens.
I don't know what you mean, right? Because you could show me the medium of water, but you can't show me this medium you're talking about. You can't, like, it doesn't even seem like you could define it. Because I don't think there is a definition, Chris. There's not a definition for ether.
Ether is a conductor. So you have to reverse engineer and think outside the box. You can't think of in terms of a conductor is a wire. It's something electricity moves through.
Right. So a conductor is a wire. So ether is a wire? You're telling me ether is a wire?
Ether is the wireless version of a wire.
So that's your definition. Ether is the. It seems to me ether can be defined as anything you want it to be.
No, I think I lost you a little bit. Yeah, and I don't want to sound irrational by getting too deep because it'll confuse people and they won't understand because you got to keep it very simple.
Yeah, that's what we want to define it.
I did. I kept it as simple as possible. So if you think about it for a little bit, maybe it'll make a little more sense.
I can't conceptualize anything because it's defined.
What do you conceptualize?
It's defined
what point of view?
It's defined as a low pressure system. It's defined as a wire, and it's defined as wireless.
Yeah, it's quintessential. It's the most amazing. It's like water. You know how amazing water is. Water is a solid. If you could freeze it into an ice cube, it's a solid. Water is a liquid. You know, and it's natural. Water is a vapor.
Yeah, but that's going through a phase change.
Well, we're just going to be.
You can still see those things. Still know what they are.
Yeah,
ether has many dualities within it. It's a lot of things.
Many
like water.
Zero definitions.
But it's new concepts to you, so you haven't really understood and of what I'm trying to explain. You know what I mean? It's like cognitive dissonance. Something's blocking it from you able to see it in a different point of view.
It almost seems like you're preaching a gospel, like you're proselytizing faith in whatever this ether is.
No, it's the truth.
Okay. Well, I think what he's trying to get to is he wants you to slap a definition on ether for what it actually is physicality is.
Yeah.
That's what
you see, when I first got into flat Earth, I was also looking into the ether because I did believe the ether was true and stuff. But I kind of explained the ether as being God's life force, as all around. So the ether would be, life force of God, the propagation. But the problem is, the more I researched the ether, I couldn't really pinpoint evidence for it, really. So when I found out that ether was actually, but when I found out the ether was really actually globe based, as a geocentric model, that's when I decided, okay, well, I'm rather gonna move away from talking about the ether, because if you look at my first videos on my channel, I was trying to explain the ether as well using diamagnetism and stuff, and I 100% agree when it comes to electric universe with diamagnetism and things. I just don't believe there's enough evidence to actually claim there's an ether, really. I'm not bad-mouthing you or anything, Chris. It's your belief. I 100% support you, man, and everything. But based on the evidence for ether, I don't see any evidence for an ether. There's not even, as Will say, there's not actually even a definition for what ether is. Everybody has their own, how can I say, their own kind of definition for what they believe the ether could be. So don't you think it's more logical to rather say maybe the ether isn't really based on evidence more than a belief?
And if I can answer Heron too, that's the problems we kind of run into. Where it's basically like, I mean, if you could show me like an ether as an element, perhaps I could reconsider. But last I knew, there's no actual element that we can identify as ether.
Well, I got a question. How does a Tesla coil light up a fluorescent bulb wirelessly? Can you answer that? Because I know how they say fluorescent bulbs work. I know how ionization works according to science. I have a bachelor's degree. I went through 4 years of college. I took 60 credit hours of liberal arts. I have a lot of science knowledge. But it ain't. It's how is the electricity getting to that fluorescent bulb through the air? That's what I'm asking.
But that's what I was saying. That's why when I was looking at it, I was saying it's everywhere. It's just the propagation medium. But like you said, it's not really a medium. You can't really explain it as a medium, although you have to explain it as a medium. It's kind of duality. You understand? And that's where I have sit with an impartial issue with it. It has a duality.
I want to show you some things with the moon that will show you. There's an illusion of
Honest, it
perception.
sounds a bit like it sounds a bit
It would blow your mind.
It sounds like a bit like gravity. Sorry, it sounds a bit like gravity. Everybody's got a concept of it, but there's no evidence of it. You know, that's what it sounds like to me. Gravity. I know it doesn't work with gravity, like gravity or whatever, but it just sounds like the same as gravity to me. People who've got a concept of it, but no proof of it. You know.
Chris, your question about the test.
I just want to say, before you go on, I just want to say, Wesley, you and Roger are allowed to debate on here as well, man. I'm more than happy to host a debate for you guys. Yeah. You don't have to wait on KSC.
He wants to define gravity. I've been waiting for somebody to do
I'd love to debate on it. Give me a time and let me prepare, get my notes, and I will.
I love you, Chris, man. I love you, Chris. I think you're an awesome guy, man. I got no issues. I don't want to come across as if I'm attacking you or anything.
No, man. No. It's understandable. I go really deep with this stuff. I have a whole model, basically, I put together this past year. Since TFE and all the channels dropped, I started taking it upon myself after 8 years of listening. I started doing my own work. And I've started, one piece at a time. I don't do hypothesis. I'm not making a theory out of this. I'm saying what has been shown to me as the truth for the puzzle that I've been putting together. It's the biggest puzzle I've created.
Yeah,
you should debate.
We're bonding.
Yeah, you should debate Wesley over gravity over ether. I think that would be a hell of a debate.
I'll set that up. I'll definitely set that up. Yeah, gravity.
I've got what I consider the answer to what the globes call gravity.
Yeah.
I have the realm version.
Yeah, because it's interesting. From the gravity side, even the ether side, I've seen people have different ideas on their own ways to explain it. So it would be an interesting discussion.
Yeah, I believe in a solid firmament that's actually had stars placed in it myself. I don't think it's being held up by a medium of any kind or gravity for that matter. I like to stick to the physicality of it.
Oh man, I just love a comfortable silence.
Oh yeah, I do.
That awkwardness.
Well, no, it's not really awkward. It's actually kind of comfortable because it's like, I mean, when you're kind of able to just hang your hat up and not have to yap all the time just for the sake of talking, it's actually a good change of pace.
Put your feet up, relax.
If you want to.
Or a drink, yeah.
Hopefully not too much.
I'm going to get a drink. No, a drink. No alcohol.
I need to stay away from that stuff.
Coffee, BJ, coffee.
Yeah. Grab me an espresso while you're over there.
I may even need to switch to decaf. I kind of overdid it on coffee yesterday. My goodness.
I don't know. I like coffee a lot.
I do too.
I think that's like my guilty pleasure.
Mm.
Especially when I'm like doing my diets and stuff. I think coffee is the one thing I stick to. If I had to drop coffee as well, it would be very unsustainable. And I'm not really a decaf kind of guy. I don't know.
No, it depends on who makes it. Maybe it's been a while since I've had it. But
I mean, think about it.
Oh, go ahead.
Imagine you like in the old days. Imagine you like somehow travel to the past, which would be impossible. But you travel to the past in this fantasy world, and you worked at a coffee shop or you drank coffee, and then all of a sudden you're like in the 1500s or 1400s, and there was no coffee. And now you just gotta wake up. It's like you want that coffee in the morning, and you just can't get it. What do you do?
I have no idea.
Although I don't know when coffee was invented, to be honest. Because I know tea and things is quite old.
Did
Maybe
songs
coffee
change?
was.
Huh? Keith, what'd you say?
I hear a tick.
Sounds
Yeah, I
like
heard a
a
dog. Yeah, drinking water or something.
or yeah.
What Sog says, do you drink proper coffee, Keith, or chicory? Define proper coffee. I love any type of coffee, to be honest, as long as it's tasteful. You get those coffees that are cheap and like, it doesn't really taste really good. You know what I mean? And then you get those very processed kind of coffees that I don't like too much either. It's like dark chocolate. I like dark chocolate, but it's a very specific taste of dark chocolate I like.
I'm a iced coffee kind of guy. I don't know if you ever had those monster Javas, the monster. They add like ginseng and caffeine. I mean, there's like 3 other chemicals they're adding in on top of all the coffee. Those things are crazy.
They're
I
mega
just want to
sweet
say,
too.
guys, apparently they're saying there's a lot of pop-up ads happening. On my computer, I can at least set the ads to be as low as possible. But on my phone, I'm not finding out how I can set the ads. So I apologize for all the ads popping up, guys. I know people are telling me there's a lot of ads though. So I do apologize. I just want to tell you though that I will probably be leaving home in the next few days anyway. So when we do head home, it'll be to normal things without all these adverts and stuff. So I do apologize, guys. And appreciate everybody that's been supporting me while I've been away too. So thank you. You guys rock.
Oh, you've been away.
Bro, can I ask Chris?
Still away.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
I like to test the spirits, right? I get it from the book of 1 John, right? It says test the spirits to see whether they are antichrist or pro-Christ. So I'll ask you the question. Do you think the Lord Jesus Christ was God in the flesh?
Amen.
I mean, I don't really like getting into religious things too much because I believe in freedom religion. Anybody can believe whatever they want. I believe in a creator. I do believe in Jesus.
Religion.
I mean, anything's possible with God. Anything.
It's not a religious
Because, like I said,
question.
I believe in.
Can I just say,
You know, he made man.
Chris, can I just say it wasn't a religious question. It wasn't a religious question he asked you though. It wasn't a religious question he asked you.
If I thought Jesus is God himself,
God in the flesh, yeah, that's not a religious question.
I don't know. I need to think about that. I need to do my study and read, and it's not a subject I want to deep dive on because I don't know. I probably could be wrong, you know, and I hate myself when I do that. So
if you can't say yes to that, then you obviously don't at this moment think that God, Jesus is God.
But you are on the way of
that's cool.
that it's possible.
Cool.
Yeah. But you are on the thought that it's possible, correct?
I know anything's possible with God. Anything's possible with God.
Awesome. So that's a start, man.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I mean, I would just say yes straight away to that question. But is it for being religious? I don't think it has anything to do with religion, that question at all.
So, Keith, would Friday be good with you for a debate?
This Friday, can we make it maybe? Let me just quickly check my calendar because I think it'll be easier when I'm home, though. You understand?
Gotcha.
Let me see.
Well, that way you can have or be more hands-on in control.
Can we make it Sunday, the 4th?
Yeah, because I got to work Friday, so I'm busy.
Yeah, that's what I say. Can we make it Saturday or Sunday, the 3rd or the 4th? Is that fine with you guys?
Yeah, it's fine with me if Wes is free and available. I'm trying to.
It's just gonna be easier for me on my PC. That's all.
I got you. Makes sense.
Because then I can moderate properly. Yeah, I don't need to moderate for you guys. You guys are able to behave yourselves. But
Wes should get on board with Brenda's claim that there's gas in space. So there's got to be containment somewhere up there, I suppose.
Can I? And I wanted to follow up with one of his other questions about ether. Like even here on the Earth's surface, like it's everywhere. And you talk about gas particles, like like it's the space in between. Like air itself isn't just all the gas particles pushed together. There's space in between every little particle. There's different gas. There's methane gases from your lighter or whatever, butane. There's air, water in the air and stuff. But the space in between is ether. You know what I'm saying? So and that's why the dielectric breakdown here on our surface takes greater voltages to make a spark than up high. That's when you have a Tesla coil and a fluorescent tube. It's the fluorescent tube has no resistance, so that's why it lights it up.
I get what you're
and
saying.
you don't see.
I get what you're saying there. Absolutely. I mean, yes. I mean, there's so-called space between particles and that. But again, you're just explaining something and saying that's what ether is. But and that's still not a definition of ether as such. But but it's still the same as the gravity thing. It's just explaining something with a word.
I mean, are you looking for a quantum definition? Like water is 2 parts hydrogen, 1 part oxygen, like type. So you want to know chemically, chemistry wise, a quantum or something?
I mean, to me, it doesn't. But I'm not really too bothered about the ether thing. It was more from Matthew, but to me, that's just what it sounds like when it comes to ether. When you're explaining these ether things, it sounds like it's just a word used to say that's what this is, when it could actually be something else and not ether at all. You know?
True. Yeah. I gotta say something to Keith right quick. I work at 4:00 on January 4th. The next day I have off that week would be Thursday.
Well, whenever it's ready for you guys, it doesn't bother me.
I just checked my new schedule just came out. So yeah, I work at 4 to 9 that day.
So Saturday might be the best end time.
Yeah.
The 3rd.
The 3rd, yeah.
What? Okay, let's do it on the 3rd then.
That'll work.
You guys up for that?
I'm off work.
Ooh.
Awesome.
That's excellent. I've got to admit though, the ether thing is interesting. It is interesting.
It's a nice concept.
He may well be right. He may well be right, but we can't test it. We can't see it. You know what I mean? That type of thing. We can't manipulate it. So he may well be right. What he's saying.
Well, they do the same thing with electricity. They cannot describe it. You can't show it. You can't illustrate. They use hydraulic analogy to describe it. Unlike magnetism, you can use ferrofluids. Yeah, magnetism, you could use iron shavings on a piece of paper and show the magnetic field, but electricity, you can't do that. So what they do is hydraulic analogy. And they've taken that literal. Like they'll say voltage is pressure, amperage is current. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like the flow of electrons through the water pipes. And now that's how they started out describing it. And now they've taken it to a literal sense where they apply it as this is what's actually happening. When at first it was just an analogy. The same thing with ether. You can't show it really. You can't, like electricity. So that's why I started out as an analogy, but then I refrained from that because I don't like hydraulic analogy as describing it.
I get you.
Yeah.
Wes is wanting to school you on electrical engineering. So maybe you guys should debate each other over ether versus gravity. I think they just replace one with the other.
He said electrical engineer, he can help you with it.
Yeah. Yeah, and you
can't help me.
Okay.
Globalists deny it. They deny it. That's the whole thing. The school system is against it. They won't. That's why we have limited information. You know what I mean? It's a field that you have to do individually by yourself.
He said he didn't mean schooling you on. He wants to help you with it.
Yeah, that's what he meant. I don't think he meant school, and he meant helping.
Yeah, but I mean, I think I get the feel that he wants to teach you about it. That's really what it is.
Look, at the end of the day, it comes up to the person's model explaining it. The globe has their model to explain something. It doesn't exactly make it correct. True. So because they have an explanation for instance, electricity, with electrons and the positrons, it doesn't actually mean it's real. It's just the way their model explains it. It's the way.
Model. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just that.
Copper is like gold, not biblical, but salt is equal. What does that mean? Cooper. Are you talking about copper or Cooper?
Cooper. Cooper.
Is that a Cooper? Is that someone who's on copium? Only joking.
Where do you get copium at, PJ? Come on, tell me.
You get it within yourself. You produce it yourself. Copium. It's what you.
I've got a question for Globe. I've got a question for Globies though, which I've never got an answer for.
Good luck.
Why if they don't believe there's perpetual motion, yet they believe the Earth spins indefinitely with perpetual motion?
So I've been asking that question all week. Yeah.
Never stops. Yeah.
I mean, if we look, for instance, with that Action Lab dude, okay, he's been trying for years to get something to spin indefinitely in a vacuum, everything, and he can't get it right. But yet Globies believe the Earth rotates and spins constantly forever. Doesn't make sense. And Brenda says in the back chat, no one believes that. Yeah, whatever, Brenda.
Yeah.
Then you don't know your own religion.
Yeah. There's a lot of things that won't work in the real model if space has a medium to it. Yeah.
Land of milk and honey just means a prosperous land. That's all it is.
Yeah.
And by the way, God provided manna from heaven for the Israelites when they left Egypt.
Yeah, I think Globies are claustrophobic. That's really what I think. If there's a firmament above
I agree.
no way out of here. You know?
Well,
I agree.
Canaan would have been the land of milk and honey at one point, wouldn't it have? Canaan at one point when it was like Moses obviously didn't get to go in there, but he seen it. But yeah, that would have been called the land of milk and honey at one point, wouldn't it have? Because that was the promised land.
Yeah, Canaan was the land of milk and honey. Yep.
Yeah. Taboo, and that's mind the gap, isn't it? It's mind the gap, isn't it? I hate these new handle things. It does my nut in. I'm used to the channel names. Yeah, that's mind the gap, the bone. Mind the gap.
Yeah, you can change yours. You know that, PJ, right? You've changed yours, have you? Your handle name?
Yeah, I changed mine to PJSOS Rock 76.
Die.
SOS as my channel name. It was meant to be a play on Save Our Souls, so Save Our Souls changed to service, obedience, and surrender.
Are you surrendering to YouTube or Christ?
Christ. And I'm not being obedient to YouTube, that's for sure. I won't have 2 copyright strikes. And I do not serve YouTube.
Well, this will be the third day I'm staying at work. Yeah.
So anyway, the reason I'm saying this to Brenda, because Brenda doesn't believe this, is no one believes that. Yes, they believe the Earth is slowing down. No, they believe it slows down 1.7 milliseconds every century because of tidal lock, apparently. Is that even measurable, guys?
No.
1.7 milliseconds.
Yeah, but think
kind
about
of seems like seems like an impossible thing to try to prove.
Yes.
Well, no, it sounds so precise. Somebody must have actually established that. The answer is no, they didn't.
So if they're claiming the Earth is billions of years old, are they claiming the Earth had more than 25 hours a day at a stage?
It probably had more than that, like 30 to 35 could have been, you know.
No, Brendan, it's not measurable. That's calculated based on the belief. It's not measurable.
Right. Trying to work backwards to confirm a belief. Yeah. Starting with the belief.
This is where you get into, like, when you're talking about moon phases and, well, the sidereal, they'll tell you it's 29 and a half days to go through a complete cycle, but synodic, it's 27 and a half, and that's what is reality. You know what I mean? Like when I say it's a synchronized timepiece, I'm factoring everything in. The metonic cycle, which is every 19 years, the sun and moon resets. Like 19 years from today, the sun and moon will be in the exact same spot it is now. And then there's the astronomical cycle, where every 25,770 something years, the stars reset. You know what I'm saying? Because right now Orion is above me in winter, and then in 6 months Orion will be above the other side of the Earth. And after a complete year, it all resets. And that includes the wandering stars. The planets or whatever. They all reset. And if you divide the astronomical cycle by the metonic cycle, it's an even number. So everything comes back around, and they're in the exact same position as they are right now today in 25,700 something years. You know what I'm saying? Where if you're in outer space, if you have the outer space model, it's all expanding, everything's moving, nothing will ever be in the same position ever again. Ever.
Yeah, but they say it contracts and expands in their model now. They keep changing their stories. So, we're coming close to the big crunch. It's all going to cool off. And we're all going to collapse on ourselves.
Yeah,
and then start.
That all ties in the menstrual cycle, right? And your wife will be the same person every 28 days.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
I'm trying to be wax.
Well, you would hope so. She's got to be the same person every 28 days.
Well, I'm reading here, guys. Look how idiotic this is. So according to their globe belief, 4.5 billion years ago, the days were 4 to 10 hours long.
Wow.
Then the formation of them occurred. So 2.5 billion years ago, days were now all of a sudden 18 hours long. Then 1.2 billion years ago, days lengthened to about 23 hours. And the times of the dinosaurs, about 80 million years ago, it became to 23.5 hours.
Who verified this stuff again?
You'd be good that would we? Less time at work, man.
Did you see what Brenda said? 62 million years ago, a day was roughly 21.9 hours. How do you know that?
Are they still are they still in private chat?
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, the whole time.
Goodness.
Vicky, the problem is I tried this with Brenda on Max's channel, remember? And what they did is they kicked me out and banned me on his channel because I asked, how can you believe you're a woman when you're a man?
Max? Oh, I love Max so much.
And I did want to touch on that a little. Like with Brenda, it's like he is not full throttle, wink, wink. It's like, he has done his torso, so to speak. Like there's two people in my phone today, like one guy and one girl, both full trannies, right? Like they did the works. And today they are an absolute regret. And dare I say, potentially suicidal.
Yeah, I've heard that a lot.
But that's the thing. Yeah. But that's the thing. If you look at the statistics, I think it's like 70 to 80% of transgender people have suicidal tendencies.
Well, yeah,
because they regret the transition.
I think there's no difference in the statistics between post-op and pre-op. I think they're just as suicidal post-op as they are pre-op.
Well, yeah,
Yeah,
a
but
lot
you
of
see,
these
there's a
include
reason for
social
this, though.
Yeah, the culprit.
But there's a reason for this, guys. They have an identity crisis.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And where do they get
That's
it
it.
from? It comes from the education
Satan.
system. Yeah, Satan.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, come on, Baphomet. What's Baphomet?
And so, yeah, no, for the ones who go 100%, I mean, the regret is just abounding because it's they have made irreversible mistakes. Like if you can go to the torso, you can actually undo a lot of that damage. But when you go 100%, you can't go back.
I actually watched a testimony the other day of a woman that went and became a transvestite to become a man, and God called him or her to become a pastor, and this was still while they were trans, and the person like, but how does this work? Because there's so much things wrong, being queer and changing and all that stuff. And something dramatic happened in their life, and today they are a pastor, but detransitioned. You know what I mean?
Oh, good.
So God had a plan for them, even when they were in their trans state, to preach to people that have or is going through that situation, because there's a lot of people that there's so many testimonies out there of people detransitioning and understanding that it's from Satan. It's literally from the devil, guys. It's bad. They feel more free than they've ever felt before since they've detransitioned back to what their actual gender. It's insane.
Good.
Yeah, it's real.
Good.
And there's becoming more and more people with this, which is good to hear.
Agreed. But, if we can try to stem that and telling them, no, yeah, it's a bad thing to do in the first place. Yeah, let's do that if we can.
Yeah, the problem is you get shunned if you tell a person, listen, you don't have an ovary, so you're not a female.
Well,
it's like, how dare you tell me this? It's like, it's just.
I've had to learn to come to terms with that. If I get shunned for telling them something that's true, at least that way I am still guilt-free. Whether if I'm shunned or whatever. And yeah, it's something that they will see in hindsight if they're still.
You know what?
Alive and kicking. Go ahead.
If you correct a fool, he'll hate you. If you correct a wise man, he'll thank you for it.
Exactly.
And so, yeah, it's like with people who are rather foolish, I can't be gung-ho about it. Sometimes I have to be more gentle. Like, are you sure this is a good idea? Where I don't have to announce it on a loudspeaker. You know what I mean? Sometimes people just need somebody to talk to. It can be sometimes something like that. Like counseling, for example, like that is a neglected profession in many areas, because it's like a lot of time people just need someone to talk to and will give an honest answer.
Yeah.
Whereas like the medical industry, they've really taken a dark turn, because they've been promoting, oh yeah, boys can be girls and girls can be boys, and they're literally making tons of money on it, leaving people with lifelong absolute regret.
Yep.
It's absolutely terrible. It's criminal.
Peaky Blinder?
Peaky Blinder. Matthew Eastman. Peaky Blinder. Oh, Davidson Cup. So I thought you were in the Granted Cup. Like a Peaky Blinder.
Yeah. Ooh, I'm dying of heat here.
I'll trade you, Keith. I got snow on the ground and it's 35 degrees out.
Right, I'll trade you guys. It's fine. Let's do it. I'm in the mood for
scorching, but
the thing is, people are always like telling us like, oh, it's Christmas time or whatever. Where's the snow? It's like it's opposite here. It's summertime here when it's Christmas.
Yeah, well, Z would say you should self-off yourself because you're celebrating Christmas where there's no snow. You remember that one?
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
God.
How dare I? How dare I live on the earth where things are different than where he lives?
Well, it's not
Yes,
Christmas.
Steve, and all the Christians. Yeah, we are all Christians on the panel. Besides Chris, though, but he's agnostic.
No, I'm a Christian. No, I believe in Creator, and I believe Jesus was real. I mean, I'm Christian. Yeah.
No,
Well,
good,
you
no.
Chris-
I'll define. Can I define what a Christian is, please?
Yeah, go ahead.
So all Christians in all places at all times have always affirmed at least 5 things: that the Lord Jesus Christ was God in the flesh, that he was born of a virgin, that he lived, died, and was resurrected, and that he's coming back. So do you believe those things, Chris?
Yeah.
So you do affirm that the Lord Jesus Christ was God in the flesh?
Yeah, I don't get so much into the miracle side of things, but more or less of what he was doing himself.
Yes or no question?
The 5 things. What do I believe in? The 5 things, like he was born by a virgin. Yeah, anything's possible. God created the earth. God created the first man. Why couldn't he be a baby from a virgin? What? So what is your what?
I'm saying if you deny any of that, you can't. It's impossible. You can't be a Christian.
According to Scripture, yeah, it's possible. You have to follow John 3:16 for sure.
Yeah.
Brenda wants to debate Derek now. For what again?
Oh, for goodness.
Brenda must try to debate Brenda. How's that?
There you go. Yeah,
But
there's
yeah,
no
Chris,
to do that.
Yeah, but Chris, I'm glad to hear that, man. I'm very happy to hear that.
Good. Yeah, I like that.
Boy, the internet keeps cutting out tonight.
Cool. So you guys, it's on for Saturday. Wesley and Roger debating.
That works.
Awesome. So what are you guys going to be debating?
I want to debate Einsteinian concepts or the accepted physics of the day. He already threw Newton away with Anthony the other day, so he wanted to debate Newtonian gravity, which they don't even subscribe to anymore. So it's all about bending and warping of space-time. That's what I want to debate. I want to see
debating gravity.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
I
shall set it up.
Yeah. Cool.
Genau.
And I'm not even looking in that other side chat. If Brennan wanted to debate with me, I'm not looking.
I've got 20 unseen in the private chat. I'm on the comments part.
Wow, that discussion went dead quickly.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah. Nice, calm silence. He wants to agree with topics we can agree on. Yeah, like I said, he threw away the Newtonian gravity, so you got to deal with Einstein's gravity.
And with conversation, sometimes you have to treat it like, you're making a steak. Sometimes you have to let the juices kind of absorb a bit. Don't touch it.
Let the meat rest.
Just let it sizzle for a bit. Mm-hmm. I mean, to be honest, it's like I could go more into that trans stuff because it's like, yeah, the people that I know in real life went 100%, and both of them now have to daily, keep their unmentionables,
No.
because they always have to be on guard for infections. Because like their bodies have nowhere near the abilities they had before.
Yeah, they're not going to heal properly, especially after they
Yeah, like bladder issues, urinal. I mean, all tied in with that.
I don't think God made you to be cut up and made into another gender. Let's put it
That's
that way.
correct. No, he did not.
He doesn't make mistakes.
No.
And does that mean that God condemns you even if you go through all that? No. Wonderfully.
No, he loves you. He loves you enough to correct you and give you the opportunity to go back to how he created you.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but he still gave you free will, though, and you make those decisions on your own. Don't blame God for it. That's what I got to say.
And like even me, for like as a straight man, where I'm still put together. It's like there's still a positive in life where it's like even for me, where it's like it's good to avoid things of lust, for example. It just is. Just life has so much more quality to it every single time, and it's not a coincidence.
Dude, all the sins, they begin in lust, pride, and greed.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Sure do.
It gets us all, man. We all have to struggle with that, no matter who you are.
Right, everybody.
Yeah. Coveting that which doesn't belong to you.
What about the foreskin? That sounds like a huge mistake in biology. Well, it's not a mistake in God.
I think God gave you one. Yeah, you were born with it.
Yeah, born with it, so it's not a mistake. That's for sure, Dick. Dick, and he's talking about foreskin.
Talk about foreskin. There is a foreskin holocaust going on in the world today, and I would like to bring attention to it.
Oh.
Well, if you think about it, maybe the foreskin was created in the knowing that knowing that it would be used as a symbol, as dedication to God one day.
Right.
You should still check out Jaren's new theme song, though. It's funny.
People are still making
Even
the Muslims, bro. The Muslims, they are claiming like you should be circumcised.
They do believe that, yeah.
Yeah.
But it's just traditions of men. People haven't realized that.
Because a lot of things can lead to disease and death.
Yeah, besides your foreskin.
Yeah, besides your foreskin.
No, there's not more. No.
I mean, our body decays. We go back to blooming ashes. Back to that.
Most diseases crawl up your pee hole. It ain't that, and you need to clean yourself. I mean, that's just
it's as simple as that. If you're just hygienically clean. If you're hygienically clean and you don't sleep around, you're not going to worry about STDs and sicknesses there.
Yeah, I mean,
that's correct.
I've still got mine. I've never had a problem with it.
Me neither. Like I said, you just don't, just stick to how God created you to be a man and a wife together. Make sure you're hygienically clean. You won't have problems with that. It's as simple as that. The people that suffer with these sicknesses are the people that's constantly sleeping around with other people, fornicating and going crazy and not being hygienic. Simple as that.
I wonder why Christ said not to do it. Maybe it was a good idea.
I mean, we've got legs, but if they get gangrenous, they get lopped off.
Yeah.
So, it happens.
Dick Wayne, the reason God told Israel to remove it, the Jews at that time, was actually a two-part thing. He understood that there were diseases of the time and they were still practicing some traditions which were pagan. They were still having idolatrous kind of beliefs in this dish. Remember, they were still suffering with things like having idol worships, and there was a lot of pagan beliefs around there that they were still having in their culture. So God used it as a two-part situation to help first keep the people healthy, okay? and second as to show dedication unto God. That's why. And that's why when God came, when Jesus came and he fulfilled the covenant, he didn't come to abolish it, he came to fulfill it. Those old traditions fell away. We are
Yeah.
not under the old covenant anymore.
It's not one who is a Jew outwardly, but it's one who is a Jew inwardly.
Inwardly, exactly.
Be conformed into the image of the Lord Jesus Christ. Be more and more like the Lord Jesus Christ. That's the goal.
Amen.
Amen.
I left a comment on Jaren's last video, and he deleted it. Why?
Oh, what'd you say, Roger?
I said I was going to debunk TFB at the end of the year. So
Teach them. Well, that's you need to ask God that one day. I'm sure they knew how to clean their stuff, man. Yeah, you can hear a South African accent. Not from me, but from Flats.
I are deliciously South African, Nivi. I are coming from South Africa. I do eat the biltong. And I think you're all cool. Okay.
I haven't seen anybody else try to come up here yet, have we?
Well, we're just kind of hanging out right now, I suppose, aren't we?
Yeah. Well, we've had our full 2-hour show already.
I know, right?
Yeah. And it's been nice and chill, so appreciate it. And we've brought up some serious topics, which is also cool.
Yeah, from ether to foreskins. Fantastic.
Not related at all. No.
No.
I actually got this. What did Dick Wayne say? I will hate anyone willing to harm a child as I'm a horrible person. Huh? This is interesting. What does Dick Wayne mean here? Sorry, I will hate anyone willingly harms a child. Am I a horrible person? No, you're not a horrible person. I agree 100%. But just to let you know, removing the foreskin is usually done at 8 days old. And that's not harming any child. It actually scientifically has shown at 8 days is the perfect time because it heals the quickest.
I don't know. I wasn't aware when it happened with me. So,
I mean, it's a one-time thing. It's not something a baby remembers and is affected by
Well,
later in life.
Well, let's put it this way. Do you guys do the parents let their children get all their injections when they're younger? You know what I mean?
yeah.
I did. I mean, I
It's the
wouldn't.
same thing.
I wouldn't now, but I did back in the day, obviously, before I knew
It's exactly the same thing. You know what I mean? It's like it's almost hypocritical to think that's not harming your child,
Exactly.
but it's harmful to cut the foreskin off, for instance,
Yeah,
which your child will not even remember.
exactly. One of them needles are so hard in a grown up, so a child is going to feel it as well. Absolutely.
Well, like in my case,
Yeah.
I don't remember being circumcised as a baby.
No, I don't.
But the thing is, I have no memory of that at all. And like by the time, it's all healed up, I'm like in kindergarten and go to the bathroom like we do in elementary school. A kid walked up next to me at the urinal and he kind of stood a bit farther back. I couldn't help but notice. I was like, man,
Something different.
why does that look different? What? And I looked down at mine. I'm like, what the heck is going on here? I didn't even know it was a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, to you it's normal.
It's like it's not like you have to. I mean, this is an old soul covenant. You don't have to do it. It's not.
But also, people,
of Christ.
you also have to understand. Yes, if God tells you to do something, do it. But God is not going to tell you to do something that goes against His character and that is evil. So if you get something told you to do something that goes against God, that means it's not God telling you to do that.
Mm-hmm. Right.
I want to detransition. I want my foreskin back, man.
We'll put you get the glue.
It'll need a bit of hydration, I think.
Well, in a traditional circumcision, don't they actually have the rabbi apply wine to the babies?
Oh, bro, don't even get started on that, dude. That's nasty. Like,
Yep.
You see rabbis or whatever they call themselves, they're
Oh, you
biting.
mean the bit.
The bites, yeah.
Roger,
Yeah.
they bite it off.
Yeah, nice. That's lovely. I wanted to know that.
But that's what I was telling you guys. It's based in tradition.
Yeah.
And I mean, Jesus even
What?
Jesus even spoke against the Pharisees and Sadducees for their traditions. You understand? It was man-made. It wasn't of God.
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead, Vicky.
Vicky wants to say something. Yeah.
Yeah.
I obviously some of my kids are not white. I never allowed it to be done to my kids because of to me, I was raised Catholic. To me, it's not what you do. And also, it's their body, their choice. I never had my kids' ears pierced. As I said, it's their body, their choice. But where do we draw the line? Because we do it to man, and yet it's against the law to do it to adults. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Of course.
Yeah.
So, and when they do it to females, it messes with them giving birth and all that stuff. Like, it's horrendous.
That's a different thing. Female genital mutilations are completely
I know,
different.
but
Oh, right. No, yeah, like that's not even biblical. For,
No, it's not
for
biblical.
women to do that, yeah, or girls. No
I
way.
know that, but I'm saying
Mhm.
there's, as a parent, there's a point where you make that decision. It's not about, for me, that decision was my decision. That's my child. I gave birth to them kids. They are not having it done. And that, again, I was in a different place, but still now I wouldn't do it. And I wouldn't.
No, either would I, but I don't condemn people that have had it done and what it, like my nephew needed it done because his foreskin was too small for his pee-pee to come out, so he had to get it done for health reasons, so it happens.
Listen,
I would personally not say my kids would get it done, no, unless they needed to have it done.
No, that's the thing. But you shouldn't, whether you would do it personally or not, you shouldn't look down your nose at other people for doing it.
I agree.
It's done for, and like he said, for hygiene reasons, and that is a massive thing. And people, I get like what Dick said, just teach them good hygiene and that. But sadly, a lot of parents don't, and that's the issue.
Yeah, exactly.
Not kids
100%.
in the house where they've got good hygiene and stuff. So you have to look at it from all sides.
Yeah.
For me, it's a personal choice. Would I judge someone else for doing it? It's not my place. I'm not God. I can't judge them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. Everybody at the end of the day makes their own decisions.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, the circumcision thing is based on the old Levitical laws, which is still man-made traditions. It doesn't specifically mean that we should do it today. I have no grief against anybody doing it or not doing it. At the end of the day, God reads the heart. At the end of the day, God reads the heart.
I never was, and my son, I didn't do it to him because in America you can do it anytime. Like as an adult, I could if I wanted to right now, but I don't want to, and I leave it up to my son. Like if he gets older, well, he can if he wants. Whatever, it's his decision.
100%.
I don't want to make that decision for him.
100%.
Yeah, and biblically, right, it was to identify you to the house of Abraham, right? So the Hebrew,
Exactly.
it was to identify you to the house of Hebrews, right? But in the new covenant, the Lord Jesus Christ, his blood was shed. So you have to shed your blood to be identified with the covenant because his blood was shed for the ratification of the new covenant. And
today you are recognized with God through you. You don't need to have a foreskin to show you're recognized that way.
Yeah,
that's the old covenant. Yeah, and like I said, it was based on traditions of man as well.
Yep.
and I believe that, yeah. I don't look any certain way about that. Like I was in the army, and I would take showers with 60, just a shower room full of men, and I've never had any problem with anybody. That like it's never been an issue. You know what I mean? Like everybody's their own person, so I don't have racist ideology about any of that, and I've never had any problems. So I've never got any racism back.
Cool.
Yeah.
Back off on that the previous thing, all the inoculations and stuff and the shots you give your kids, that should not be a mandatory in my head. That should not.
You see, the thing is with my children, my first daughter got most of her shots. Okay, she didn't get everything though.
Yeah.
She's relatively healthy. My son, he only got his first. No, 2 shots, and my daughter only got 1. My newest son also only got the 1. The one you have to get. They don't have anything else. I can tell you, they never get sick. All their friends, everybody we know, cousins, things, they took all their shots. They're constantly sick. They're constantly in hospital. They're constantly having issues. They got defects.
Yep.
You know how many cases have been going around lately of babies dying in hospitals after they've taken their shots?
Bro, the SIDS, the sudden infant death syndrome, I think there's look, it might be a correlation, but I think there's a causation there.
I 100% agree. And the sad thing is, a lot of the schools and things now, if your child doesn't have the inoculation papers and stuff, they don't even want to accept them into the schools.
If that's
Crazy, eh?
If that's the case, then that school probably isn't worth going to in the first place.
No, but we homeschool our children for a reason.
And that's so much better. And this is coming from a publicly educated person.
Yeah. But it shows you how the world wants to dictate to change your children. They're literally teaching children to disobey parents and keep information from parents. They teach their children to hide things from their parents because they don't want them to be, how can I say, godly?
That's the spirit of the world. That's the spirit of Antichrist in the world.
Exactly.
It's like if you don't teach your kids, the devil's going to try to find a way to teach them himself. Yeah.
Exactly. So I think it's very important that people today, if you have children, to protect them with the way God tells you to protect them, and go back to the old ways.
Yeah. The quality ways. It's not even old. It's just quality. Time proven.
Yeah, I agree.
I get to try to demonize that and call you a witch, or because you're not down with modern science and their discoveries. They try to demonize Christianity.
What you mean the pharmaceutical companies that are trying to just make money off profiteering of sickness?
Yeah, that would be the one. Yeah.
Oh, right. Like in the US, for example, it's like, we are a fraction of the world population, but yet we consume like 90% of prescription pills. That's insane. Yeah.
Crazy. Anyway, my battery's about to die, guys.
Yeah, it was good having us, Flats. Thanks for having us.
Yeah, thanks for having us on.
Take care and God bless everyone.
God bless.
It was great having you guys on. PJ, you live tomorrow, correct?
Yeah, I'm live. Yes, I'll be live tomorrow night, and I'm live in the afternoon.
Awesome. Yeah, so make sure to catch PJ live tomorrow. I know Roger's probably going to go live as well.
Maybe so. I'm still under the weather, so it's hard to do.
One thing to say, I know you don't say it much anymore, but hey, man, the pressure be with you.
Oh.
I actually do say it though, but not enough. But yeah, I appreciate everybody again. I just want to say a huge shout out to everybody that's supporting on the GoFundMe. Thank you very, very much, guys. I will keep you updated on what's happening. We'll probably finish the car tomorrow and everything. And once we have enough to have paid him and stuff, I'll close the GoFundMe for sure. So thank you very much. I appreciate everybody who has been helping out. And I pray much blessings upon you all, and thank you all for supporting this channel and everybody here. And I'm always praying for everybody. God bless. May the pressure be with you. See you Wednesday.
And with you as well.
See you, man.
Vaya con Dios.